We're getting close to 70. We'll be closer to 80, 90. Before you know it, we're at
Well, hold
100.
on.
I can't even believe this.
Hold on. Hold on. Before we get to
I mean,
70, there's a major number we got to get to, all right?
yes, and believe me, we have a special plan for that
Yeah,
episode. Don't
yeah,
you
yeah.
worry about that episode.
And
And
I'll
then
give
when
you
we,
I'll give everybody a secret hint.
uh-huh,
It's really gonna bone us. You know what I mean?
absolutely, absolutely. You know
These
what
two
else?
don't really even realize that I actually do have something planned. And that I've partially built it. So be very excited. They're not
I'm
gonna like
super excited.
honestly, Kevin's gonna hate it the most. Also, Kevin's not here. He's dead until he pops in later.
Um, okay, we just announced a live death on the show. Sorry for Kevin's loss. He will be missed and he will be remembered. But when he
Mm.
does come back as his inevitable ghost, I'm sure he'll join the podcast. Um, Also, when we hit episode 420, that's going to be a big one. And then when we hit episode 42,069, that's going to be even bigger. That's going to be an even bigger episode. So be on the lookout for that one, people. Be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be great.
Yeah, 100%,
Um,
100%.
but here we are again, back at it again on a Thursday night. Which I'll probably save that part for last. But on a Thursday night, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? How are you
Good,
feeling tonight? I
good.
like Kevin's portrait. It really depicts Kevin. He is exactly that shade. I really love it. It's great. It's
Thank
fantastic.
you,
Yeah,
thank you.
zoom in on it. Zoom in on it. Just show it. Just show it. Yeah, exactly.
You,
Exactly. Get
don't do
yourself an
that.
eyeful. Get
Oh
yourself an
no.
eyeful.
Oh no. There we go. Actually, you know what? Kevin's an inquisitive guy. There you go. There you go. Actually, I would like it the other way. Shoot. There we go. There we go.
And there you have it. There you have
Good,
it.
good. Yeah,
And
I was a little late. A little. I mean, I was here, but I was not. I was talking to a
no,
friend
no,
on
not a problem.
Discord. Good
Not an issue
times.
at all.
So
We're all good. We're all good. Um,
yeah, I'm good.
I guess should I go through the schedule changes now, or should I just save that to the end?
You know what? Let's tell everybody right now. This is our last Crafting a Chat podcast
Oh my God.
on Thursdays. We are insane people. Did we already talk to Desert about this? Is this new
I
information to
don't
you?
think so. By the way, light of reality, what's up, man, or girl, or whatever you may be, binary person. What's up? What's going on? Thanks for watching Crafting a Chat. Leave some more comments in there, and we'll read them out for you.
Somebody's here and they may be queer. You know, we welcome everybody on the show. We
We
welcome,
welcome everybody.
except people who like Nintendo. You can fuck right off. I'm just kidding. This is a family show. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, we're moving to Tuesdays at 10:30 because Kevin got a job, a new job. Just a little professional stuff. We won't like say exactly what it is, but we think he's going to do an excellent job at it. We just really believe in him, and we hope no accidents happen while he's there.
I love these puns that are still
Thank
going
you,
on.
thank
I
you.
don't want to interject again, but there's some more comments coming in. Light of
Comments.
reality, this is a show where there's basically four co-hosts here, including myself. We just kind of talk about topics that involve gaming, and involve just media in general. We have very good discussions about these things. We kind of cover news, rumors, things like that. And I appreciate you telling me that you're a dude. Thank you. At least I won't
Oh,
get
it's a
the gender
dude.
wrong next
Okay,
time.
all right. Welcome, the dude.
Light of reality. That's the name.
I gotta
right
be
there.
honest. It's a good dude name. Light of reality.
So enjoy your time watching the show, and if you do like it, definitely follow and subscribe on the YouTube version of it as well. It's starting too late. All right.
All right. What's the?
Anyway,
Anyone want to take a guess? 10 minutes. That's how quick. That's how long he'll stay. 10 minutes.
I'm gonna put my faith in him. He's gonna stay the entire 18 hours that this stream is gonna go on for.
Man, if we went for 18 hours, I think. I mean, I feel
No.
like I could do it. because I
No,
have
no.
nothing else to do. But like,
Light, we're not ending the stream. We're here. He's just saying how long he's expecting you to stay for. We were not ending the stream. We usually stream for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes a little over, but
yeah.
it varies depending on what kind of topic we're having and how much discussion is going on and what we're doing for that week.
Also,
So
we'd love for you to stay the full time and contribute as much as possible. We don't have. I don't want to say we
okay.
don't have a big audience because we just don't have really an audience. So like, stick
He
around.
he says you'd be surprised at how long I'd stay.
Wow. All right.
All
Well,
right, man.
I think he's gonna stay until Tuesday. We're gonna log back on, and he's gonna be there. And so yeah, we're moving to Tuesdays, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's 7:30 Pacific. Central is somewhere in between that. It's like an hour off. 8. I don't know. I don't know how time works. It doesn't really matter. I don't
something
really care.
like that, yeah.
But I mean, I understand it. But I'm speaking. I don't have numbers to look at. I'm not a number guy. All right. That's Desinota. He's the number guy. But
yeah, Desinota, you're a number. You're crunching, man. You're the crunching numbers,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, he's. Some would say he's a mathematician. Others would say that's not true. Don't believe those others. All right, they're going to jail for a long time because they're liars. But yeah, we're moving to Tuesdays. I hope Desinota's okay with this. We probably should have communicated that. Desinota, you any objections to moving to Tuesdays again?
Probably not.
Great. Also, I'm going to be late for the next few weeks on Tuesdays because I am in a dance class. And I know that sounds crazy. I mean, probably not to most people because dance is like a normal thing. I'm in like a swing dance class with a friend of mine. And I'm learning how to dance. I'm trying to get a little bit healthier. And this is one of the ways I'm doing it. Also, it's helping me get out in the world because I hate human beings and I hate movement. So, two birds,
He's
one stone.
conquering exactly. Light, you can ask whatever you want to ask depending on whatever we're talking about. If you have any general questions, please feel free and ask. If you want to interject in our conversation that we have, depending on whatever topic we're discussing, do what you got to do. Yes, I think Adam would agree. Dancing is a lot of fun. So
dancing is a lot of fun.
yeah.
So far, I'm partial to swing dance because that's what I'm learning. Also, I have 2 left feet. I have no idea. I'm a really bad dancer. I practiced today by holding a chair because I needed something to hold, and there was nobody around.
I want to picture what you're doing while you're holding a chair and just dancing. And if somebody outside your window just looked in and saw that, they'd be like, "Why is this man trying to murder a chair or trying to like hostily harm a chair?"
I mean, yeah, you're right. It would look really weird. I mean, my patio door was open, so it was possible to see me in my boxer briefs just dancing with a chair in my kitchen. Um, the weirdest thing, I did it while watching an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the one where Sokka finds a master. Good episode. Really enjoying that show. Yeah. So, not getting any better, but I feel like I'm doing something.
You already got a fan here. Light of Reality says, "Trust him. You just got to keep moving them hips and build that rhythm. The more awkward you feel, the worse of a dancer you'll look."
I feel awkward in my life every moment of time, including this moment right here. And Light of Reality, I appreciate the kind words and your support. When I dance, I'll be like, I'm dancing for Light of Reality.
One of these days, we'll probably do an IRL stream, and we'll just have a stream of Adam dancing, and it'll be for charity, So it'll be dedicated towards Light of Reality. We'll hold charity for him, and we'll have just all this stuff going on.
The charity of our pockets.
Exactly.
Or a charity, like an actual charity, but mostly for the first. If we ever get paid out of this, our pockets.
I mean, we're already 63 episodes in. It's one of these days.
Yeah, I really feel like.
He says he'll be here to support 100% of the way. I appreciate that. We gotta follow. I appreciate the follow.
We gotta follow. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. But honestly, I'm dancing and crying. I haven't even told my dad I'm in a dancing class. I'm not gonna tell him I'm gonna cry too. Like, you know what I mean?
You think he's gonna actually ask you a question as to why?
Like
I don't think he's gonna care.
My dad would care if I was like, yeah, I'm in a dancing class. He'd be like, why? And I'd be like, oh, I'm just doing it with a friend. And he's like, a guy? And I'd be like, no, a woman. And he's like, oh. And then it would just go into too many questions. And I just refuse to do that.
There's your answer, Light. That he asked why, so there's your answer. He just too many questions.
My dad is older and closed-minded, and he didn't want me to dance when I was younger either. So I could have been an excellent ballerina dancer, or the hip hops.
All right. Fun fact. I just learned this not even 10 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, there's a channel called Crafting Cousins. There is a craft chat live that goes live since November 20. They've had 42 episodes as of November 22nd, 2020.
Wow. You know what? We could go down the path if they stole this from us, but I refuse. I'll just be like, that's a sister show of ours. We should work something out with them. Do they have a fan base?
I may. You know what? I don't actually know if I want to contact these people.
Do they have a fan base?
I don't know. Let me see. I'll double check.
Look into this, because if they're popular, then we'll just feed off of their success. We'll change our names and everything.
They got 26,000 subscribers.
Wow, that's like 25,993 more than what I have. So I would say they're slightly more popular, but I say like 10 more episodes. We'll be there. We'll be there. But anyway, let's get back on track, though. I feel like Destinoto has derailed this entire thing. Let's get back on track.
And it's usually him who derails most of the things. Yeah, it's honestly most of the time he's the one who's doing it anyway. So I can.
How do I derail it?
You derail it all the time. Every single day of the week you derail it. I don't know what you're talking about. Every single day of the week. Anyway, so gentlemen, what have we played last week? Destinoto, you want to start us off here real quick?
No.
Okay. I'll start if you don't want to. I feel like I haven't talked enough yet, so I'll start.
Yeah, of course you haven't talked enough. Go ahead.
Since sarcasm. What did I play? I didn't play too much, honestly. I don't even know if I played Valhalla. I think I took a break from that.
You did take a break from that, actually.
Yeah.
You have not played that at all.
Yeah, I haven't played that in a hot minute.
You have not played that at all.
It's because the part I'm doing sucks. Since last week, I haven't really done VR either. I've been mostly on my treadmill. I could wear VR on that, but that seems dangerous. I played some GTA San Andreas yesterday. Not the remastered ones, but like the one that was imported to like the PS4 and which is backwards compatible with PS5. I already had the platinum, but I just flew around for a bit. Basically, just went on a rampage until I was murdered. I remembered way more cheat codes than I thought I did, and then one of them just wouldn't work for the longest time. And turns out I was going too fast. I had to slow it down, and I was like, all right. So, had a lot of fun just driving around. Man, I cannot describe how terrible the draw distance is in that game. I thought that there was like a fog in the city, and then a fog came, and I was like, oh, it's even worse when the fog's here. Like, it was really bad. And I love that game.
Fog?
It was fog on fog on fog on fog, you know what I mean? But yeah, I haven't really played anything else other than that. I downloaded a couple games. I'm still at 89 platinums, so not doing too much there. Like I said, I've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm on season 3, episode 7 now, I think.
Ooh.
The last episode I watched was Sokka's master, where he goes to where they're in the Fire Nation and stuff. Yeah. That was cool. And then I also watched the Painted Lady one today. That was a good episode as well. I'm starting to like season 3. I didn't like it in the beginning.
Quite spicy.
Also, Uncle Iroh, body goals. That man is now ripped. He is pretending. I was like, man, every time I watched this show, I was like, wow. I feel like I'm an Uncle Iroh type because I'll give like good, helpful advice. And I just seem like my prime days were behind me. And now he took off his shirt and just started doing like crunches and stuff. I was like, oh my god, Uncle Iroh. Oh my.
Iroh's probably one of my favorite characters in the show.
I know. I was so sad when his voice actor died in season 2. and they dedicated that episode to him. I was like, oh, that's sad. But the dude who replaced him sounds literally exactly like him. Not as
Wait,
much when he plays
I didn't
Aku.
even realize.
Yeah, most people don't. Yeah, the one who played him, he died in season 2, like in 2006 he
Oh
died,
no.
and then the episode where it's like a bunch of little short stories, and he sings that one song, that Soldier Boy song, not the
Ah.
famous rapper Soldier Boy, but the where he's like singing about that. At the end of that episode, it
Mm-hmm.
says dedicated to, and it's to the voice actor of Uncle Iroh. That's why he doesn't speak a
Oh.
lot in season 3 in the beginning. They eventually found his replacement. Also, the same man voiced Aku in Samurai Jack. That's why Aku sounds completely different. Even though the dude could probably like imitate that voice, it seems like he went for a different thing. Also, the
Strange that
same
they found
dude who
Aku to
does
do it.
yeah. Also, the same dude who does the Ghost of Tsushima Legends voice. So
Oh yeah, that's why he's
Mm-hmm.
Uncle. Yeah, that's why
yeah,
everybody calls him Uncle Iroh.
yeah, it's the same guy. The alive guy, not the dead guy, obviously. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Destiny, you ready to finally go, or do you want Genesis to go?
Um. Yeah. Give me a moment.
Yeah, chew first, then swallow, and then you can go.
I'll go. So I ended up finishing up Zombie Army 4 with my good friend here, Adam.
Oh my God! Why didn't you
we
say that? Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
we finished our Zombie Army 4 and immediately deleted it for a console. You know,
100%.
as we should, because that game is a hot piece of garbage.
Real
But it
quick,
was fun. It
real
was fun.
quick. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I played it with you. But like we did 2 days of it, and we did like 4 or 5 levels in those 2 days. And let me tell you, I would not have done that if it wasn't with you. Like if it was somebody else, I would have been like, I don't want to play this anymore. Like even with uh,
Um,
Chandragupta, I wouldn't have done it with. I wouldn't have done it with him. I would have been like, all right, this isn't fun. Let's move on to something else. But with you, it was like we were having fun. We we kept finding stuff, and we were going for upgrade kits, even though like the guns we were using were fully upgraded. Like we just kept trying to find them, and like
Chandragupta?
like we had a lot of fun. I can't believe I forgot about that. Oh my God, what an idiot! Oh, I played it on my alt, and I looked at my trophies before this. So,
Let me go through a couple of comments here because he's actually posted quite a bit here.
ooh,
So he said he was asking why. Oh, never mind. He said, to be honest, I've never seen a Minecraft stream like this, and I've been playing since day one. I'm 21 now. Time flies. I feel old. How are you guys? I approve of your journey to become healthier. I used to weigh 230, and now I'm down to 188. He just said, be right back. So if you'd like to answer them when he comes back, I'll let you know.
all right, yeah, I'll wait until he comes back. I got a couple things to say about a couple of those. I might need a reminder about what they
Yeah.
were, but yeah, when he comes back, let me know. I got some things. Man, Minecraft. Remember that? Remember when it came out? Ooh,
Oh, Minecraft.
we were so young then. Didn't even know each other when it came out.
That's true.
Crazy.
This is true. We were so young and so naive, and I never knew I'd have a child. You know,
You knew you'd have a child.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't know
You just
who
didn't
this.
know when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, when Minecraft came out, you knew who it would be with, too. Because you were already with her.
Yes. Yeah.
You
This is
shut your
true.
mouth. Nothing about what you said was true.
All right. What else did we play? Been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm really growing hateful of that game. Resentful actually is more like the word of that for that game. I don't like it. There are certain aspects of it that I like, and then there are other aspects that I am not a fan of that somehow. They enemy placement, the way it's a little janky. So I'll explain the jankiness too. Square Enix has jank in a lot of their games, right?
Mm.
This jank is different. This is EA jank, right? EA jank is even worse. EA jank is it's not supposed to move like that, and when it does, your skin crawls because it's like this is disgusting. I don't want to see this. Um, what else did I play? Um, I think that's. Oh, we played Ghost of Tsushima as well. My good friend Kevin, who's now dead. So rest in peace, Kevin. We played Ghost of Tsushima. It was a lot of fun while we were playing. Maybe we'll play again when you come back as a ghost. But yeah, been having a lot of fun in Legends. Finally getting back to that. Played a bit of the Rivals. He did not like the Rivals at all. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to wait till whenever Adam decides he wants to play that, and then we'll probably play Rivals together because
One day.
he does not want to play it. He hates Rivals.
One day.
I don't hate Rivals. Just one day.
No,
I will
not
say
not
yes.
you, not you. I'm saying
Oh
he
yeah,
hates.
Kevin. Yeah.
Yeah, he does not like Rivals at
No,
all. He
no.
just hates it. He's like, it's just like Gambit, but worse. Which I don't know because I've never played Destiny Gambit, so I can't compare. I can't contrast and compare there.
I can't either.
All right, Destinoto, all on you.
Okay.
Yep,
so,
yep.
so, still playing Dread. I'm not done with it yet.
Okay.
I'm about, I think I have 10 hours in the game.
That game is what,
And
only about 15 to 20 hours long?
no, it's pretty short actually. I think I'm just taking my time with it. Like my friend finished in like 6 hours or 7 hours, then he did another playthrough on hard mode and did it in like 4 hours. I'm like, how'd you do that so quick?
I
And
think when you kind of figure it out after a while, it's pretty much
yeah, I
like...
mean it's mostly just like you'll like on my second playthrough, I'm sure I'll memorize all the like each place where to go because like they don't tell you directly. You kind of just have to um find the way to go through all the different paths on the map because there is like a path, but it's not shown specifically. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost done. I should be very close to the end because I just fought this other boss that had such another incredibly cool fight where it's a playable cutscene but not QTE because all you're doing is shooting this giant lizard in the head point blank over and over and over again as it's like flailing its head around the place because you keep shooting it. Samus is such a badass character in this game. I can't like oh my god. I can't handle it. She's so cool.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
She's
This is
so damn cool in this game.
this is a general consensus of a lot of people who have played Dread is a
They
lot of
they instantly brought like exactly what Samus was right back in this game.
So a lot of people have been comparing this to Metroid Other M, and they're making striking like comparisons between the two, and they're like, Metroid Other M is definitely not canon because of X, Y, and Z versus like Dread X, Y, A, B, C. So they're like, Samus's best lines ever is when she had two lines in this game, one where she speaks in the Chozo language, and one where she's just
Oh yeah,
screaming.
yeah. I was so surprised. I'm like, wait, she's talking. What the hell?
So they were like, for all the lines that she said in Metroid Other M, she was a 110% better protagonist, being completely silent, only with two lines, one of them being
Yeah,
screaming and one of them in a different language. It's not even English.
yeah.
So they're like, she's really cool. We're happy to see her back in this form, and we never want to go down the path of Metroid Other M. It's not something they want to revisit ever again in in anybody's lives. For the people who like Metroid Other M, I don't know what I don't know why you like to inflict pain on yourself and stab yourself multiple times in the chest, but that's all on you. You want to be a masochist, that's up to you. Um, not too sure why you want to do that, but yeah, the return for Samus is pretty big for this, and now everybody's more hyped up for Metroid Prime 4 because they're like, well, if they can pull this out, what's going to happen next?
Oh my god. I forgot
I
what I was gonna say.
I still don't understand the ending of that game. I think I've told you before. I've already seen the ending. I don't understand the ending at all. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You're talking about Other M?
No, Dread.
Oh, he's not there yet.
Yeah, I know. I haven't told him what the ending is. I just told him that I seen it and I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. I'm waiting for him to get there so he can understand why. But
Huh? Tune in next week.
tune in
Yeah, I'll probably be done by
next
next
year.
few days.
Next
'Cause I'll
Tuesday.
most likely play it tomorrow and finish it up. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, every time an enemy or a boss shows up and there's a cutscene, she just looks at them and she doesn't even do anything. She just looks at them.
Did you fight Craig yet or no?
Yeah. Kraid comes up out of the lava, or no, he's just sitting in the lava. She's looking up at him like he's a little piece of garbage.
she initially charges a shot because she's is uncertain of who it is, and then when she realizes it's him, she lets go of the charge shot and just looks at him. And
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, she's so damn cool.
she decided that I'm not really gonna get serious with this guy because this piece of garbage is not worth my time. Um, and at the end too, when he fires that like last ditch effort spike to try and impale you, she just immediately moves in a split second to the left hand side and just watches it go on the wall and looks back at him.
Yeah, and he's just sinking in the lava.
I think also I'm pretty sure Ridley's dead forever. I think I'm pretty sure he's dead. I don't think he comes back or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Did he come back in 3? Metroid Prime
Um,
3?
yeah, when you were falling down the shaft, which another thing, I've been watching so many Metroid Prime episodes on YouTube, not episodes, but like people stream Metroid Prime. Like I've been watching on YouTube all the time, and I've like gone through all the boss battles of like 1, 2, 3, and watching a lot of the cutscenes and things like that. So, um, I was I was like looking at one of the first was looking at some of the boss battles of two. Two had some of the best boss battles in the entire Prime series. Um, Three was probably the most, I don't know, the best looking one out of the three. But then Prime One is the overall winner, I think, in between all three. Because Prime One is the longest and has like all these different power ups and this and that. You get power ups in 2 and 3, but one just gives you those awesome beams. I think they have the best beams in all the series, and the amount of times you fight like Ridley, I don't think you actually fight him in 2. I don't think he comes back in 2. I think he skips 2 and he comes back in 3. Fighting a dark Ridley, I never would have thought of that one in 2, but if he ever came back in 2, that'd be cool. 2, the only thing I wish that they had put in the other games was screw attack. Giving the screw attack in 2 was the coolest thing ever.
Hmm.
Being able to go past those huge distances by just screw attacking across the giant gap. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quadraxis is my favorite boss. I think throughout the entire series too. That big robot that you fight in like the Dark World and in Prime 2 when you get the Annihilator beam. Oh man, Quadraxis is scary looking. Walk into a room with a giant dead droid in the middle of the room, and all of a sudden it gets reanimated and starts fighting you, and then loses its head. It's great. It's fantastic. It's great. All right, is that all you did?
Mm, I've been playing Fate. There's a new
Yeah.
event that started, so I was playing that a bunch.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. Watching shows.
What are you
I
watching?
watched Squid Game.
Oh my god, everybody's talking about that. Adam, you seen Squid Game?
I would never watch Squid Game.
What is this Squid Game? What is this?
It's like a reality survival. Not real. No, not reality.
What?
It's just like a survival drama show.
It's made in South Korea. It's a bunch of people who are in debt are invited to play in the Squid Games in order to get out of debt, and it has a twist. We won't ruin it here.
Yeah.
So you're given money if you win, but if you lose, you owe more money?
No, you just
Yeah, we're gonna ruin the twist. You die. You have to
yeah.
play childhood games. Like there's one where it's like the first one is like don't move, red light, green light, and then if people move, they get shot.
You get
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like that. So yeah, I would never watch that show, just because that's like one of the things that like just sends me into like an anger. Just like I'm just angry if I watch something like that, like just people against each other and like games, like Hunger Games. I'll never watch, like just stuff like that. It's very strange. It's weird.
it gets you
It was a
angry.
good
Yeah, it gets me
show.
furious when people like just in general start betraying other people in order to like survive, and it's like okay, because I believe in people more than this, so I just don't like it a lot.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, it makes sense now, right?
Yep, that makes
Yeah,
sense as to
yeah.
why you hate that show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you ever,
meanwhile.
the perfect example, if you've ever seen the movie The Mist, I really hate the woman who is like this religious woman, and she ends up like convincing people about like conspiracy shit. Family show, but like
Oh
that movie
yeah, and yeah,
that
I
movie gets my
remember.
blood pressure going. I remember watching it with my
That
mom,
was
and she's
so
like,
stupid.
why are you freaking out? I'm like, I'm not freaking out. I hate this lady. I hope she. And I just went off because I was just so angry. And that's why I can't watch Squid Game because my blood pressure would be through the roof. I would have to pause like every 10 minutes and go for a run. And I just don't want to do that.
Now, hear me out. If you did that, you know how much weight you'd lose in a short amount of time?
A little because I would literally just turn it off.
All right. Okay, cool. Anything else besides Squid Game?
Also, Kevin's
um.
watched that. So if you need someone to
Oh,
talk to about it, talk to him.
Yes.
You season 3.
Did you finish that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't watch that show because I don't like care. Like I just don't care. Man, what an ending though, you know? Sacre bleu. You know what I mean? What a what a crazy ending. Put me in the mood for
Yeah,
some pie, you know?
I was I was disappointed. Season
Were you?
3. Yeah,
Alright.
it was just like it wasn't like as crazy as the first two seasons or as intense as the first two seasons. Or season 3 kind of just like
I mean,
it was pretty predictable
sure.
for some of the things that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the ending though. The ending was
No, yeah,
dumb.
that ending was wild because I literally just stood there and watched, and I was like, I don't even care for this show. What the hell is going on here? Oh, oui, oui, bonjour. Like it all started to make sense. Also, I'm pretty sure the girl he's looking for is in the Uncharted movie trailer as Nadine.
Oh
Or
really?
like, yeah, she's like that black woman with like the blonde hair. I think that's Nadine. I would assume it is.
Oh.
Yeah, I would. I think that is Nadine.
We'll
That's a
get into
perfect
that.
segue, though. I love that segue.
Oh, thank you.
That was a
I just
beautiful
bought it.
segue. Yeah, yeah. How much you pay for that segue?
$20.
Wow, that's an expensive buy. So, as the as the segue happened with Uncharted, I don't know if anybody's seen the Uncharted movie trailer. I know all three of us have here, but for anybody who's watching, if you haven't seen it already, go check it out. It got released today. Did they give an actual date or just February 2022?
I'm pretty sure it said February 18th,
Okay, that's what I was
2022.
thinking too, but I
It's
didn't
something with
remember.
an 8. It's either 18th or 28th. I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
18th.
yeah, because I don't think 28 exists this year. Is it? Is it? No, 2022 will
What?
exist, right? Leap year?
28 always exists.
20. Oh,
The
29 doesn't exist.
yeah.
Oh, man. Here I thought I would have been, if I was born that time, it would have never existed. Okay. Um,
That's not how that works, but all right.
yeah, so the trailer, before you guys get into your discussion, because you're going to have quite a hefty discussion here in a minute, um, I think I enjoyed that trailer. I'm up for that movie. I like it. I like Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. I don't quite understand where they're going with the story, what they're trying to portray, because Chloe's there already. There's no Elena. There's Nadine and what looks like, I don't know who Antonio Banderas is playing. I have no idea
I
who he's
mean, if it's
playing.
with, he might be Rafe,
I
but
think so, but
like,
why would
I,
Wraith be? Wasn't
it's,
Wraith like a young
I
millennial
literally,
type of dude?
yeah, but also like the plane had nothing to do with Rafe and Nadine, but like,
But there, and then I think you see him wearing the suit
yeah,
in what looks like the heist section of like
it
two,
is literally like the best of the best of Uncharted video games in one movie.
which that could be a great
Because
thing. But
Bartender, that's like, come on, let's throw back to Uncharted 3. When
right,
it starts in the bar, and then the suits and stuff, and they're art collectors and stuff, and that's Uncharted 4, and then Nadine looking character, Uncharted 4, and then Chloe, that's Uncharted 2, 3, and then Lost Legacy, and then the plane, that's Uncharted 3. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
I think putting all those things together can be great, but I don't know what the point of the movie is unless it's only trying to highlight the best parts of the games and put it together in an action-packed movie, which
That's
I think
fine.
by itself would be fine. I don't think the movie has to go beyond and above anything that the story has already established in the games. If it's trying to, cool, okay, let's see what the story comes out to be, because now you're running off of it might be stupid, it might be good, and if it's stupid, that sucks, because I don't want the Uncharted name to go bad like that when that has a very good reputation attached to it, you know?
Yeah, you and I
Um,
had different reactions to this trailer.
yes, and that's why I'm curious to see your reaction, Destino's reaction, and then curious to see what the comments are after that.
Destinoda,
But
you want to go first? You got anything to say about this trailer?
Um, um, I thought it was good.
I thought it was good.
Mark Wahlberg's cool,
Uh huh.
and I suppose Tom Holland fits his character too. I didn't play any of the games, so I don't really know what the story is. So
You didn't play any of the Uncharted? Didn't we play Uncharted 1 together?
maybe I watched you play some of it.
One sucks.
I have the well, I could always play the collection because it's on the
Yeah,
plus
you
thing.
should play that.
Honestly, start with 2, play through that, play through 3 if you feel like it, 4, and then Lost Legacy. Like, some good games. Some good quality
What
games
do I do
right
with
there.
one though?
Skip it.
One just establishes the character of Elena and Sully. That's all it does, and
Literally,
makes it
pull it,
great.
if you're curious, pull it up on YouTube and just watch a recap of Uncharted 1. They'll be like, hey, this is what happened. It hasn't aged well. It didn't play that well when it first came out. I have no idea why they greenlighted a sequel, but I'm glad they did.
I would say the opposite. I would say play 1, 2, 3, 4, and Lost Legacy, because I played 1. I liked it. I didn't mind it as much. I get why he's saying don't. Like, I understand that it didn't age well, but if you have the time, play 1 and play through the rest of it,
Uh,
because
let me tell you something. I know 2 people who were like, I'm gonna play through the Uncharted collection, and I gave them advice on skipping 1, and neither of them took my advice, and halfway through 1, they both turned off 1. And they just jumped right to 2. So like, hey.
again, I'll recommend playing 1, no matter what anybody else says. I'll recommend playing 1. I think that's the creepiest out of all the Uncharted so far.
It's the
I'm pretty
worst
sure.
also. That's why I was hoping we would get a movie like partially based on 1, so I would have a more tolerable reason to like 1. But
I mean,
man,
if they're
yeah,
gonna have that in 1, then that's
this trailer did nothing for me. It literally did. Like, it started with the classic music in the beginning, and like I was like, oh, Chloe, okay, yeah, that's a young Nathan Drake, sure. That's not Sully, but Mark Wahlberg is a movie star. Antonio Banderas, oh, he'd be a great Uncharted villain. And then like the plane stuff, like like it felt like somebody saw an Uncharted trailer for the video games and was like, I'm gonna make a movie on this, because nothing about that screamed Uncharted except the exteriors of it. Like, yeah, but he might say some quips. I think this was just in general not a great trailer. Um,
Could
It's
be
just
it too.
yeah, it just did not get me excited. I am not a Mark Wahlberg fan. I've stated that on this and past episodes. If you know me personally, I'm just not a Mark Wahlberg fan at all. I think he sucks as a human being. I also think he's not a great actor, but I understand his appeal. And I hope he does a great job as Sully. I just don't see it. Watching this trailer, he looked like a more appropriate Nathan Drake than Tom Holland did. Tom Holland, even though he's 25, he looked like a child for some reason. Even though he's jacked and you see his nipple when he's all wet coming out of the water in that sweater, when he's at the end of Uncharted 4 in that ship for some reason, they mentioned Sam by name and I was like, wow, I feel like Mark Wahlberg is Sam, but they keep calling him Sully. Like, there's just so much about this trailer that I was like, I am not for this. I wanted to see, like, just Nathan Drake being Nathan Drake. And I saw just a shell of, like, Uncharted. And I just am not excited for this at all. That being said, I will see it, most likely. I hope everyone is good in it. I'm not expecting great things out of this. And I should be super hyped because I love the Uncharted games, except one, of course, because Uncharted 1 sucks. But, like, I should be way more excited for all of this. Like, the plane stuff looks so cool. And I was like, are we here yet, though? Should we be here? I don't think so. But, I mean, I guess Trapped on One Island kind of sucks as a plot. Also, that map he found, way too clean. Like, in the beginning, it's just weird. And then when Antonio Banderas was like, oh, you're an art collector, and then it shows Tom Holland, I'm like, he looks 15. He doesn't look like he collects art. He looks like he can't even afford art. How's he working at a bar? He doesn't even look old enough to drink.
Well, you know, I actually thought Mark Wahlberg was Nathan Drake in that first screen cap that they showed.
So this movie has been in production since like 2010 or 2009. Mark Wahlberg was cast as Nathan Drake.
Oh, he was. Okay.
And his production company was part of that. And then after they lost 3 directors, they were like, we're going younger. And then they cast Tom Holland. And then they lost that director. And then the new director was like, we're keeping all of the people, but we're keeping Mark Wahlberg as Sully and Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. Like, 5 years ago, Tom Holland would have been an amazing young Nathan Drake. You see the flashbacks with him and Sam. That would have been cool as hell. And then Mark Wahlberg as the older Nathan Drake, I would have accepted that. I don't care for Mark Wahlberg, but, like, even in if yours, Victor Sullivan looks more like Nathan Drake than Nathan Drake, you've screwed up. You've made a mistake. You've made a serious mistake. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, like the outfits and stuff, they nailed it. Like, but it looks like actors cosplaying as something I know and love, and it's disappointing in a way. I really hope this one turns it around, and I really hope a better trailer is released before this comes out. I really hope that I see something, I go, okay, here's the story, I'm starting to understand what's going on here. It's not just the best of Uncharted's in a 2.5-minute trailer. Also, stop putting stingers at the beginning of trailers. Nobody likes those. Nobody likes those 5 to 7 seconds of like, hey, here's what halfway through the trailer looks like. Like, come on, stop it. But yeah, I was not super happy with that trailer. I was like, this is bad. This is a bad trailer, and I don't care for any of this.
It's a trend that some other companies are going for with putting that stinger in the beginning.
Yeah, it's been a trend for about 4 years, really, since YouTube and Twitter. They started it with YouTube because you could skip 5 seconds, so they were like, hey, you can watch these 5 seconds and you see the coolest parts of the trailer, so we got the point across. So that's why they were doing it. And then Twitter, like, if you're just scrolling, you see it. Kevin has sent a message saying he's on his way home now, so he should be on in like 30 minutes or so.
Perfect. Great. Good. Okay. Well, those are our thoughts on the Uncharted trailer.
let's see how it does. I think it'll do great. In my opinion, I hope it does great. Honestly, actually, I should change my words. I hope it does great for the
I think
sake
it
of
will do great,
Uncharted.
though. I honestly do think it will do great. Tom
Tom
Holland and
Holland's
Mark
good.
Wahlberg as a team up, like, I mean, old Hollywood people don't really go to see movies per stars anymore. They go for like characters and like
Yeah.
if it interests them. I honestly think like with the action they showed, like it looks like a well-made movie. It's just I don't know if the script's gonna be there. But like I said, I really hope they win me over. Oh,
Hmm.
Led Zeppelin in a trailer though. That I mean, it was a good song, but like, did it fit? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things. That's not how I would have made a trailer. Also, we saw a really good trailer earlier in the week, so I might be like kind of on that still.
Yeah.
So the really good trailer that we saw in the an earlier part of the week. You wanna take us through that, Adam? Since that trailer's near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, Gotham Knights. It was really cool seeing like the Penguin and stuff, and it's like okay, a different voice actor.
Mm.
But that makes sense
Mm.
because it's not in the Arkhamverse. Did
Right, right,
anybody?
right.
We're not jumping straight into the one everyone knows. DC Fandome didn't. They made me watch 4 hours of that stuff until they got to the Batman trailer. So I'm gonna make people sit through this shit. Family show.
Yeah, you know what?
But has
How about
anybody watched Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League?
I've seen the Suicide Squad trailer, which I don't quite understand until I asked the question because I was very confused as to like why we're being sent out, and then I asked the question in chat, and you answered that one for me.
Yeah, it
But
looks like the Justice League are being like mentally controlled because they got like the purple stuff around their eyes. Just so you know, you didn't watch any of these trailers, right?
No.
I'll tell you what. Just imagine Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, and just imagine like bad people from the DC universe in those roles. That's it. No
Hmm.
gameplay really was shown for that one. Honestly, so into the story. I really hope it's good. I don't hope it doesn't have the jank of. I mean, it didn't look like it had the jank that Guardians of the Galaxy looked like it had. Um, it looks like it could be really fun. It's cool that it's set in the Arkham universe because you got the same. The voices of Penguin is still there. The grunting is still Nathan Drake, Nolan North. Um, Harley Quinn's the same. Deadshot's different than Arkham Origins, but Arkham Origins technically isn't in the Arkhamverse. Not important. But yeah,
for some reason, Harley Quinn looks like she's modeled after Margot Robbie. I immediately thought that when I saw her. I was like, why does this person look like Margot
I mean,
Robbie? Or
Margot
why does this?
Robbie always just looked like Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn looked like Margot Robbie. So,
I
I mean,
mean,
there might be some influences, like the jaw seems a little bit bigger, like
yeah.
Margot Robbie. But yeah, I mean,
Mm.
looks good, looks cool. Gotham Knights. I was like, I don't care about any of this.
I didn't
I'm
see
just
Gotham
not.
Knights trailer.
Yeah, it's it. I mean, looks like a game. You know, looks like they
Looks
got a
like a
good
game.
story. Court of Owls. I'm excited about that. You guys probably don't know too much about the Court of Owls. Um, it's basically a secret society in Gotham that is run by like the rich people, and yeah, it's a cool idea. It's been it was in the reboot of Batman. Oh God, back in 2011 at this point. I don't even know. Great story. Loved reading that. Just great comic, honestly. Um, read that a few years ago while I was at work. It's really good. I should buy that. Oh, I do own it because I have a Court of Owl mask. It's fun. Yeah. So that it could be cool, but I'm not into the multiplayer stuff of that. But we'll see as we get closer to it. I think I need to see a little bit more to be like completely convinced. So
Isn't Suicide Squad also multiplayer, or is that single player?
I I think it's both. Like you can play it both ways. They literally still have not shown gameplay, so I can't comment on anything in regards to like if I'm interested in the game. Because Gotham Knights, it also just didn't look fun. Like the gameplay that I've seen, especially that demo we saw like, over a year ago at this point.
Right. Over a
That
year
it
ago,
just
it's fine,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't seem fun. So I'll hold off. And then let's just get to the Batman trailer. What did everybody else think about it?
I absolutely love it. That is Batman so far.
There
Uh, Ranged Batman that I want to see because we got a Batman that was close in terms of violence and things like that from Christian Bale, but
No,
the
not at
oh yeah,
all.
he used to beat people pretty bad.
No, he didn't. It was usually like 3 hits because he went for the pressure points. The
Oh,
one who
all
beat.
right. Oh, okay. I have my Batman's confused then.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, because he had the scene where everybody thought he killed that guy, which he technically killed that guy. That guy was dead. Um,
Oh yeah, no, he murdered.
yeah, he murdered that guy. Yeah, he was dead. I I'm more excited to see a darker, grittier Batman. I think Robert Pattinson actually fits it pretty well. He fits it better than I thought he would ever fit Batman. Like you think Robert Pattinson, and you don't think of Batman. The first thing you think of is a high school vampire or just
117-year-old. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, or something just not Batman related. You think of Batman and you just don't think of Robert Pattinson, but he's done it very well. I am excited to see what this movie brings to the table and if it will spawn anything else from it. Um, I would assume that they keep him as the Batman for a bit because if he does well in this movie, which I personally think he's going to do extravagant in this movie, according to the trailer, just oh my god, I can't wait to see this movie. Um, the music on point, love the music, and the car. The car's real good looking. I like that Batmobile he's got in that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's less you know techy mechanically than both Ben Affleck's and Christian Bale's Tumbler and Batmobile.
Yeah,
Um, the his just looks like a plain like I'm gonna run you over with this car Batmobile. Like
but it
I don't
wouldn't
really
because that would
care.
kill somebody.
Exactly, but then again, I mean, this one again, I've seen a lot of headlines go around for this Batman that he's the most deranged one yet, and I don't know if he's gonna kill somebody. He may not.
No, no, he
I
won't.
don't.
Matt Reeves
Was
has
that
literally come out and said that he does have his one rule of no killing.
really
Yeah.
okay? Well, nonetheless, I'm super duper excited. I'm not. You know what? I'm actually not excited for in that movie, the casting of Catwoman. I don't like her. I think it's because like I'm coming off of like Halle Berry and like Anne Hathaway. Even
Well,
Anne Hathaway, I felt like
Halle
was
Berry wasn't Catwoman. She was Catwoman, but she wasn't even Selena Kyle. She was a completely made up character. So we need to just throw that one out of your mind.
who was she in that movie?
She was a made up character. That's
Oh,
yeah, and
random.
yeah,
Okay.
just completely made up because they were like, yeah, it's Catwoman, not Selena Kyle. She had a dumb name. It was really bad. It's really bad.
Hmm. Didn't
Hope. I
Batman
think her name was Hope something. It was
didn't
weird.
yeah didn't Batman make a cameo in that movie regardless?
No,
Who am I thinking of then?
you're thinking of Batman Returns maybe with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Maybe I'm thinking of that one.
I mean, Anne
Um,
Hathaway. You were right about that one. That is Selena Kyle.
yeah. Anne Hathaway, I liked her Catwoman a little better, I think. I don't know. And I know she didn't play that good of a Catwoman, I think, in that Batman movie. She was
I'll
okay.
disagree and say I really enjoyed her Catwoman.
Oh, yeah?
Because yeah, like there's I can think of a few
Yeah.
scenes where I mean when she's stealing from Bruce Wayne and then she's caught and then she's like oops and then she just gets back into her Catwoman character and then kicks the cane out from under him and then flips out the window. I'm like this is the most Catwoman. And then she goes to that dude and she's like blackmailing him and then the SWAT enters and she like gets down on the ground and she just starts screaming like oh my god
Yeah.
and then one of them's walking by her and she's like help me and like just like freaking out and then after they walk away she like picks herself up and just walks right out and then hitches a ride with like a rich dude like her Catwoman I think is underrated because the internet is not really a fan of Anne Hathaway for a number of reasons. I don't really care. I think she does a great job. I really enjoyed. I wish we saw more of her. Um, maybe in the future we will, based on how DC is approaching the future of their movies. But Tessinoda, what did you think of the Batman trailer?
Um, it was really dark and gritty and reminded me of Dark Knight, Joker, the two separate movies.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the music was spot on, like Genesis said. Um, I am also very excited to see it. The Catwoman person I thought was okay. I mean, they didn't really show too much of her anyway in the trailer. It was only like
Zoe
5 or
Kravitz is the actress's name, by the
7
way.
seconds. Yeah,
The
she looks
stepdaughter to Jason Momoa, funny enough.
she looks okay in the movie.
She's Jason Momoa's stepdaughter.
Yeah, because he married her mom. I forget, Lisa Ann or something like that.
He divorced her now,
No, still married.
so that's not his daughter.
No, stepdaughter.
Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know why what I
she's
was
Lenny
thinking when you said that.
Kravitz's daughter. That's her real dad is Lenny Kravitz. He's a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, good to know. I didn't know
it's a
that.
fun little fact. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aquaman and Catwoman technically related.
Interesting.
But any other thoughts, Destinoto, on anything?
It was a really good trailer. Very
Yes.
well put together. All the little sounds. The transitions were also very good. I actually really love the ending transition so much, where he's walking and then they're forming the Batman word.
Yeah.
That was so
The
cool.
that whole thing of where he's literally upside down like a bat and he looks like a horror movie villain coming for you.
Yeah.
Like that is like
And then
the
they transition into the title. That
yeah,
was really
like
well
the
done.
cinematography is the first thing I'll talk about in this. The cinematography looks amazing. Like there's moments where Batman and Selina are talking in like a construction site and it's like dawn and it is like this orange sky. A lot of orange skies in this. A lot of the color orange pops up a lot. The color red pops up a lot. Um, it reminds me of Batman the Animated Series, where they didn't draw it on white paper, they drew it on black paper because the colors, the darkness is there. It looks like a comic book, but it looks like real life. And that is what I've wanted for a Batman film in a really long time. I think Zack Snyder's part of Batman kind of nailed that as well. The Dark Knight, as much as I love them, especially The Dark Knight, I think it's a great movie. I don't think it's a great Batman movie. It says a lot of good Batman things and it really nails the relationship of Batman and Joker. I just don't think it captures like the rage or the motivations of Batman. I think it's more about the Joker. I mean, I think you ask anybody about that movie, and the first thing they talk about is Joker in that. Um, and then the film Joker, I think it also captured a great realism with that, but it also looked and felt similar to like a comic book, but like not in a comic booky type of way. I think this Batman trailer really nails how this feels like a comic book if it was set in reality. And I don't think a lot of movies handle that well. I think the MCU does. Um, like, yeah, it's a comic book, but also Iron Man's outside in real life. Whoa! Like, I think they do a really good job of that. The Batman, this is a really good trailer. Like, it
Yeah.
is just a collection of scenes. You don't really know what the story's about. If you want more of that, go to the first trailer. But it looks beautiful. In regards to Robert Pattinson, I think he's really gonna do a great job. I don't think his Bruce Wayne's gonna be loved by everybody, but I think that's because he doesn't love his Bruce Wayne right now. It seems like he's just dedicating all of his time to being the Batman, which is a story that's popular in the comics, where he just hasn't quite figured out that balance. Kind of touched upon that in Batman Begins a little bit, where there's that where Bruce Wayne's like sleeping all day and like trying to figure out like, oh, you play polo, that's why you got all these bruises on you. And then all of a sudden in the Dark Knight, it's like, oh, he's got this perfect balance almost, even though he's sleeping in a meeting. But like,
Mhm.
it's weird how it's never been really like explored in a film as much as I think it's going to be explored here. Because like I was talking to Genesis, I said that he looks like an unstoppable force as Batman, but a flawed human being, and I think that's really gonna translate well for me. But his Bruce Wayne does come across as like emo though, and I know people will complain about that. People are already complaining about that. But when you're
Mhm.
concentrating on being a vigilante at night and only that, really, of course, that balance isn't gonna turn out well. So I can't wait. I really hope to see that be better over time. Hopefully in this movie, and then if they make sequels, hopefully in that. I hear they've already greenlit a sequel, so I would love to see him balance it out. This is only about 2 years into him being the Batman, so I like the muscle car. It seems like it was thought out but put together. I kind of like a high tech Batmobile, but it makes sense not to have that 2 years in. So I'm completely okay with a
Yeah.
muscle car. Also, a muscle car looks cool as hell. I don't know if he has a Lucius Fox. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's doing pretty much all of this
Maybe
himself.
not
And
yet.
yeah, it seems like he's doing this with Alfred and himself. Typically, he meets Lucius Fox because he works at Wayne Tower. Doesn't seem like he's going there much. So I would assume he hasn't met him. Um, the score, excellent. I think Michael Giacchino does a great job. He's also one of the people who's done a lot of Marvel films. Um, just, I think the new Batman theme, that duh, duh, like,
Mhm.
I think that trailer wouldn't be as good if it didn't transition into that Batman theme about
Yeah.
halfway through. Because it starts with
Yeah.
that Nirvana song again, and then it hammers that Batman theme, and it's like, holy crap, this looks amazing. Also, the combat looks great. I like how he's using like an electric glove and like he's using stuff. He doesn't have a filter on his voice because he's clearly narrating as Batman, but he's just making his voice a little gruff. That makes sense to not do that in the beginning. I would assume he would grow to that. Catwoman. When Zoe Kravitz was cast, I was like, oh, not her. Like, she's an attractive girl, but like, I think of X-Men First Class, where she plays that like that. I don't even know the character's name, but she plays the thing with wings, and then she like spits acid out of her mouth. If any of you've seen X-Men First Class, she ends up
Yes,
betraying.
I think I
Yeah,
remember that.
I was like, oh, I don't want her. But then this trailer completely changed my mind because there's moments where she looks fantastic as Selena Kyle. She jumps off a building. She's got like a wig on where she has red hair. Like she's going into disguise. She looks like she's got the sass, and she just looks like if someone was like, what character is she playing in this movie? I would have guessed Catwoman because she just looks like she's Catwoman. I don't know how she'll do like in dialogue scenes. I haven't really seen too much of her act. Um, I plan to try to watch a little bit more of her older stuff just to see what kind of an actress she is. Like I did with Robert Pattinson, I've seen quite a bit of his older stuff that he's done. Great actor, apparently. What the hell? Um,
Twilight?
no, I like not. I mean, not in that, but he talks more crap on that than any of us. No, like The Lighthouse. Just watch The Lighthouse, and you'll be like, this guy's nuts. Or Good Times. That's a good one too. Um, just really good stuff. But also, Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Barely recognize him with all that makeup on. I'm curious what they're going to do with the Penguin. Um, I have some ideas that kind of go into comic stuff, and I don't want to spoil it for like general audience and stuff. Usually, there's a tie between him and Catwoman. Also, the rage of Batman just looks like he'll get close to crossing his one rule, especially at one point when he's punching on the ground and Catwoman's behind him and like backs away. Like, what the hell? Also, Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. I was like, ooh, I don't know. Then the first trailer, I was like, oh, he does look like Commissioner Gordon. Like, he could be a great Commissioner Gordon. And then in this trailer, you don't see him too much. Could be good. And then Paul Dano as the Riddler. Excellent actor. He's in one of my favorite films, There Will Be Blood. I'm curious to see what's up with his face, because we haven't seen it. In this trailer and the last one, you don't ever see his face. And when he's speaking to Batman, when Robert Pattinson says, "What have you done?" If you didn't understand what he said there.
I've watched so many times I never understood what he said.
Yeah, he says, "What have you done?"
For head trouble.
Yeah. I mean, so there's a TV spot released now for this, and it's just a collection of some of the same scenes. It's only about a minute, and it's a little bit more clear there, so it looks like they're testing out different takes. That's if I had one complaint, it would be that scene, but it makes sense that he's just acting out of rage instead of like a Kevin Conroy, like, "What have you done?" Like, I'm assuming he'll eventually get there where he'll control his emotions more, but I'm ready to see this.
I hope he never learns how to control his emotions. I want to see a
No, I want to see. I need. That's what I want to see. I want to see an unhinged Batman like going nuts, but not crossing that one rule because that's the line. And then I want to see him. I want to see him get the skills so he just doesn't have to do that, and he's the most confident character ever. Like, Batman's OP, usually, and it's for a good reason, because he's literally lived every kind of experience you can live. And I would love to see that. Like, he's not trained in every martial art because he, like, watched YouTube videos. No, he went around the world, and he found people who knew those martial arts, and he had them train him. Like, he has, like, 70 masters in martial arts. He met a person who was really skilled at driving, and they used to rob stuff. And that's how he learned. He just picked all that up. And I really hope we see, like, the disguising Batman in this. I just hope we see it. And Matt Reeves currently is one of my favorite directors, because I loved Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I really liked War for the Planet of the Apes. I really hope this pans out for me, and if it doesn't, you'll never see me again.
So, you guys heard it here, folks. If you don't see him,
I do have a small prediction.
What's your prediction?
I think the person he beats up, like in the past, I think he's beaten the Riddler up in the past. I think that's why his face is all messed up. And I think that's why the Riddler is doing this, because Batman has beat up his face. And I think his face is, like, super jacked up. I mean, he's already clearly messed up as a person, because, if anybody knows Riddler's past, it wasn't great. But I think that he's had a run-in with Batman in his younger days as Batman, and he went just a little too far. And he's trying to control that. Also, there seems to be some kind of thing going on with, like, Bruce's parents. I think I talked about this before when I talked about the Telltale games, like on a very early episode of this show. I do not care for when they try to make Thomas and Martha like these flawed human beings. I've never cared for people taking that route with them. I don't like, Thomas Wayne was kind of corrupt. Yeah, but also, like, I just really like the idea of Bruce gets his uncorruptibility from his dad, or incorruptibility from his dad, because his dad was a doctor. And then his mom was also sweet, but it looks like they're doing, like, the mental asylum stuff with her and stuff, and, like, how she relates to Arkham and all that, so we'll see. We'll learn a lot more. Also, just very excited. March can't come soon enough, so stay tuned for this podcast. We'll have reviews of them, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Maybe even we'll do like a watch along, or not a watch along, but like we'll all go and then we'll just talk about our experience.
Absolutely. I think that'd be a good way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, and the rest of Fandome, Black Adam had a short little spot. It was cool. Didn't really see too much.
Melting that man was insane.
Yeah, it was cool. And then The Flash, cool stuff. Nice to hear Michael Keaton as Batman again, and then see the back of his head as Batman. Multiple Ezra Millers. It looks like they're doing Flashpoint, but in a different way. I'm very excited to see Ben Affleck again. Can't wait. Yeah. Also, Batgirl, the Batgirl movie. Can't wait for that. It's cool that they have like basically 2 Commissioner Gordons and 2 Batmen, or 3 Batmen at the same time, because Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are going to be in the Flash movie, and then Robert Pattinson will be in this Batman movie, and then Jeffrey Wright's in the Batman movie, and J.K. Simmons is Commissioner Gordon in the Batgirl movie. So like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just make as many of them as possible. I guess why not? So it's good to have options. I guess I'm excited.
I'm always in the mood for more Batman. I would never say no to more Batman.
I would at some point.
No. Always give me Batman, Spider-Man.
Yeah, make more Spider-Man movies so Tom Holland can't be in Uncharted anymore. Thanks.
I was reading online that this is his last solo Spider-Man movie, but he'll be back for like Avengers 5 and Doctor Strange.
That's called negotiating my contract. Don't ever care about any of those things you read. That's why I never send them in like our group chats, because I get those all the time. Where it's like, oh, this is this and that and blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, they're negotiating contracts, rights are falling away, rights are coming back. They usually figure it out in the end. So.
Yeah, I would hope they keep Tom Holland on because he's a good Spider-Man. I enjoy him as Spider-Man.
Like the whole Batwoman thing that's going on right now. I don't know if either of you have seen anything about that.
No, what is that?
The TV show Batwoman that's on the CW, and it's part of the Arrowverse. Ruby Rose left that show after the first year. And they were like, oh, it was an amicable split. Now, like a couple days ago, she was like, I left because everybody was awful, and I watched people get hurt, and conditions were really bad, which is not new information for like a CW show, but everything she said sounded like just horrible allegations. And now 6 people from the show have now come out, some stars and some people on the production, and they have not denied any of the things she said, but they've also just character assassinated her. Just saying that she was awful, she was not a nice person, she was a diva, which is not new things coming out about her, but at the same time, they're not declining anything she said about the awful working conditions. So it's turned into another like cyborg kind of a thing, like with Ray Fisher and the whole DC thing that happened with Zack Snyder's Justice League and all that crap. So it's probably going to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. So hopefully there's actually an investigation into it and like awful people aren't employed there anymore. But that at this point it seems like it's most of everyone who's in charge of DC stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Literally doesn't make any sense to me. But awful stuff. A lot of rumors out there, just don't know what's true. That's why I don't send it, because it's like, it's a he said, she said, but it's now against 6-on-1. But also nobody's denying anything one said, so it's weird.
I will always think like some of the rumors that have come out, like Spider-Man being the last one, or even like the God, back in the day, like some of the Batman rumors were like they were saying that he's not going to be the Batman anymore. They're considering changing him up or whatever.
I mean, those were true about the Batman, though.
that they wanted to change him up.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, are you talking about the Ben Affleck ones or the Robert Pattinson ones?
The Robert Pattinson ones.
Oh, the Robert Pattinson ones? I mean, they might be true. There's rumors that he screwed Zoe Kravitz on the hood of the Batmobile. Like, that's why I never send any of them, because some of them are ridiculous. And then others are like, why is this, who cares? Like, there's just so much stuff. Like, why is this being reported? Like, this isn't,
Right.
It's turned into like a Hollywood gossip magazine of like, ooh, this person said this person said this. Just come out with factual things, then we'll discuss it, we'll go from there. Like, everything else, stop. It sucks.
It's usually just clickbait. That's what it is. They're looking for clicks. That's all they're looking for.
I mean, I can't fault them for looking for clicks. I fault the people who's clicking on them. Stop clicking on that crap. I read a headline and it says something ridiculous. Want to know what I do? I go to Google and I search that headline. And if it's literally the same headline for everything, I'll be like, this is stupid. And they're just copying and pasting. Or I'll look for where they're getting their information, but I won't click on that article. Because you can usually find like, oh, like somebody will change the headline like, Robert Pattinson said he hated the Batman. And then you see another article where it's like Robert Pattinson in an interview with Latin America Times says he hated the Batman. And then you find another article and it's like pulling from a translation from this website, from this third party aggregate site that stole from this French website that stole from another Latin American website that was in English. And it's like, what? And his translation is, yeah, working on the Batman kind of sucks because, because of COVID and stuff. So he hated COVID. That's what this article is about. And that's literally why I just don't send crap like that. Because I filter so much crap out. I don't think you guys realize how much movie crap I read throughout the day. I read so much. Usually when somebody sends me something about a movie, I've already read it, and I've already debunked it, or I've confirmed it. Sometimes, though, if I respond, I go, wow, I didn't know about that. Like, I even told you that the Uncharted trailer was coming out either Wednesday or Thursday, and then it leaked on Wednesday. Or part of it leaked on Wednesday. I think I messaged you, Genesis, about that. I don't know if I sent it to the group or not. I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what a fandom is. Kevin should be hopping in here momentarily.
Cool. Was there any other trailers that were shown throughout this week besides those? I feel like we're missing still one more trailer.
No, I don't think so. I think we're good.
Okay. Just double checking. I'm pretty sure. I could have sworn there was another trailer.
I think I already invited Kevin, but I'm going to invite him again just to be sure.
Yeah, go and invite him again. Okay.
Is Light of Reality still here?
He was. Ever since he was at BRB, he has not come back yet, though. So much for that I'll stay here 100% of the time comment.
Hey, I still believe him.
You know what? I'll hold my belief on him as well.
I have an unnatural belief in humans for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why you have that.
I don't know.
That I'll never understand why you have that.
Yeah. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Do we want to get into God of War coming to PC?
I don't think you want to open the can of worms with me, but we'll talk about it. We can talk about it. Having DLSS support. Real good support, 4K, ultra wide, 21:9 aspect ratio. You can play it as well.
Unlock frames.
NVIDIA support.
Why are some of those features not on the PS4/5?
PS4 can't run half the things he just said.
DLSS can be enabled on PS5. So can 4K. So can 21:9. The only thing you can't do is NVIDIA support and unlocked frames, I think.
And the ultra wide, it's on Death Stranding, so why can't it?
Yeah, they can.
Well, ultra wide's on Death Stranding, but it's like a mode. I think this is more of like you know how the PS5 doesn't really support an ultra wide monitor, and that's what people really want, the 21 whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't support 1440p.
And that's rumored to be coming in December or before that.
With the VRR update.
Certainly possible that by the time this comes out, the PlayStation 5 will support a majority of the things that he just said. Except the NVIDIA stuff.
Yeah, NVIDIA.
It's weird that they didn't say anything about it.
I mean, there's not a PS5 version of this game out. I would assume maybe as we get closer to God of War or Ragnarok, maybe they might release a PS5 version of it, kind of like how they did with...
I don't think they will.
Well, no,
they've already released the 60-frame patch.
They already did,
yeah. And they wouldn't do unlocked frame rates because they just want it to run well.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I will stick to my point of it's... I get it's going to make more money, but it's losing that real exclusivity. But, it's still, I guess, a console exclusive of PlayStation. It's not going to come to Xbox anytime soon. Unless people figure out a way to put it on Xbox now, but...
It'll come to the Steam Deck. God of War on portable. That sounds fun. This almost makes me want to buy a Steam Deck.
what are those spec'd out for now? I don't even know what those spec'd out. Welcome, Kevin. How are you?
Hello.
Look, we're talking about God of War on PC.
Yep.
I don't know what that's spec'd out to be. What's the highest the Steam Deck can be spec'd out to be?
I don't remember. It doesn't really matter
I
at this
don't
point.
think anybody actually knows what the Steam Deck is capable of pulling because it's all like new hardware and stuff.
No, they've mentioned like what it can do, and now they just announced that they're going through, like Valve has announced that they have teams going through every single game to make sure it runs on like a Steam Deck. But they've announced like the graphics cards and stuff in it.
I mean, they did, and everybody said this isn't going to play everything, and then Valve was like, no, hold on, you don't understand how this works. So,
I mean, that's not going to play everything at the highest setting. Let's be honest with that. It's portable.
well, yeah, but with whatever specs it originally released with, like whatever the first specs info was that came out, it like could not run certain games.
Interesting.
I'm curious because I'm looking at it right now and I'm looking at all the different specs. The 512 gig, just, it doesn't really have anything different other than the anti-glare etched glass and the better NVMe SSD, which that's not going to change how that game can play certain games. It'll change the frame rate and things like that in the games, but not, what games it can and can't play. Yeah, I guess God of War on the go with a Steam Deck would be cool, but I was never for releasing these games on PC. I will never be releasing these games on PC. I would never be for that, but I guess that's the route we're gonna take because it makes more money.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, I didn't see this coming. I'm pretty sure I'm the one who said I don't think they put like a God of War or like a Last of Us on PC. I thought that was just a little too close to home. It's now looking like with the big exclusive, they wait 3 years. I'm going to assume somebody's filling water and not peeing.
I'm washing an apple.
Somehow that's worse. Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, it's like, it seems to be 3 years because Horizon came out in 2017 and then 2020 came on PC. And then God of War came out in 2018, 2022 is coming out on PC, so I guess 4 years. Days Gone, that was like a year and a half. But yeah, no, I mean, it was great to see that God of War on PS4 alone has sold 19.5 million copies. That's nuts. I didn't think it was that high. That's almost Spider-Man numbers. I'm assuming Spider-Man is even higher. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna sell. It was the number one bestseller on Steam pre-orders the day it was announced. This just means more money for God of War. I've slowly opened up to the PC idea. I just, because I don't ever think they will do a day and date release, and that's something they've constantly said they'll never do, and it just doesn't make sense at this point. But
they've constantly said a lot of other things too, but I think they'll end up doing it.
yeah, but I'm not. I'm more looking at the immediate future. I think they would put their old library onto PC before they announce day and date. Like, I think they'll get like all Last of Us on there, and I think they'll get all the Uncharted. I mean, only 2 of the Uncharteds are coming to PC, which is still strange, but yeah, I really think that I mean, more money for this, and this will probably help sell PS5s and God of Wars and on PS5s because people are going to be like, "Wow, this is a great story, and I don't want to wait 4 years."
Or people will say, I can wait 4 years because I have much more powerful hardware than a PS5 and it'll look better when it comes out on PC.
Yeah, but not in 4 years. You'll have to buy. No, I mean, I'm saying like your PC, like you're gonna have to update your PC to get the best God of War at that point.
These people are already updating their PCs no matter what, regardless if God of War is going to be on there or not.
Yeah, that's true, but at the same time, then like if you want to play the highest caliber games, then you're not probably going for a God of War game that's being ported to the PC and not built specifically for the PC. If you care that much.
You have all these extra features that are being added in that you can play on the PC that is not available with the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. So
Sure.
still a higher version. So, and I can imagine if God of War Ragnarok does extremely well, it'll probably be less than 4 years. It'll probably be like 2 years before we see it on PC. Slowly they'll get to the 1 year. I think before PlayStation 6 or even PS5 Pro happens, they'll get to either 1 year or same day.
I think 1 year is the lowest they'll go. I don't think they'll ever go same day unless it's decades from now.
That's a sad time when it gets to 1 year. It's crazy.
More money for the games? That's great. Like, put more money into the sequels of these games. Jim Ryan keeps talking about how games keep getting more expensive. Porting them to PC is what we knew was going to happen for a lot of these. I mean, I'm still shocked by God of War and stuff. I thought for some reason that would keep, but times are changing, and that's what you got to do. I can't wait until they announce it's going to mobile in 10 years. So, like, I don't know.
Oh, God.
I'm okay with this. Genesis, it took them a minute, and then we talked about how much money Sony's making on games.
I still don't like it. I'll never be on board with it because
I know. That's
I'm always
fine.
going to be a console gamer. It doesn't matter what.
Hey, I'll be here too. I don't want to wait 4 years. I don't even want to wait now. I want to play God of War right now. I want to play Horizon right now. I want to see Batman right now. What the hell? Time sucks.
Yes. By the way, Kevin, while you were gone, we did talk about our reactions to the Uncharted trailer and to the Batman trailer and some of the other trailers like Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights. Would you like to interject on any of those trailers and provide your opinion on anything?
I haven't seen any except for the Batman trailer, which I was very alright about because it was very dark. There were some fleeting scenes. I mean, it looks good. I'll see it. Was it a good trailer? I don't really know. I mean, it might be a good trailer for fans that know what they're looking at, but it really wasn't explaining much of anything or much of the storyline. So.
Okay, cool, fantastic.
But to me, it was just a bunch of like, oh yeah, is this a scene? Is this a scene?
Let me tell you something about the Uncharted trailer. You're not going to like it.
Alright.
Because it's literally that, just scenes.
Alright.
Okay, alright. Anything that you are looking at talking about, Kevin, or we wanna move straight into rumors here?
So let's see. I played Disciples Liberation yesterday. The game came out. That release was the most confusing release in the world. Dropped at 8 p.m. on PlayStation. Dropped at like 9 or 10 a.m. on Steam. And there was another thing that had like a totally different time for release. And when you searched it online, it was just, oh yeah, it comes out the 21st. But like, it didn't. It came out at all different times and all different like systems. Very strange. Anyway,
there was an announcement trailer for that the same day it was coming out, and then the launch trailer came out today for Sony. I don't understand how that worked out. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't know.
Thought that was funny.
It is. So let's see. After 5 hours, if you've played the Disciples games, the combat system is very similar. It's been a hot minute since there's been a Disciples game. I believe Disciples 2 came out in like 2005. And if you haven't played Disciples, but you've played Heroes Might and Magic, the much more widely known franchise, it's very similar to that combat system as well in terms of combat. But that's it. Take all the like strategy, turn-based, and resource collecting and city building. It's like partially in the game, but it is not set up in the same manner. It is very much an RPG that you have free movement and free reign in. Quests are all over the place. You really need to like explore the whole map. There are a lot of dialogue choices in this game, and there's definitely some choices that you could make that seem like a bad thing, but could potentially be a good thing. That's all I'll say about that. Sometimes going with your gut, even if you think it's gonna like be a bad thing, isn't a bad thing. Characters seem to react in much more like real ways with dialogue choices, where like if a character does actually hate another character and you just flat out kill them, that person's like, all right, yep, I was about to do that myself. Like, yeah, characters are more, I guess, consistent is a good way of looking at it. It's not just like, oh, you didn't choose the good option, so now this character hates you. No, that's not how this game works. Um, so I believe they said there's like 6 different endings in the game. Good news, there's no trophies for that. Not that I can find anyway. So one playthrough, no matter how you play through the game, it looks like you can potentially get every trophy in the game. Um, it's gonna be a long, long ride, which I'm okay with. Um, Overall, it's too hard to review this game piecemeal. Look at some gameplay. Honestly, look at gameplay if it sounds like something that might be up your alley, and make your decision there. It is not for everyone. It is very much a slow-paced game. It's kind of like a tabletop RPG played out exactly like a tabletop RPG. Um, but the combat system is real nice if you haven't played a Disciples game. If you play a Disciples game, you know what I'm talking about. Front line, back line units, all the special like abilities in the front line and the back line. Um, yeah, overall, really, I'm having a blast. They actually pulled it off when I was looking into this game, and I'm like, wait, what? They're doing like so many different things at once, and actually, it all comes together really nicely and makes up like a whole different game experience that you can't really get anywhere else. I don't think there's any game that's quite like this. The closest things are going to be like games like Divinity and Pillars of Eternity, but those games, when combat breaks out, it's in the world. When combat breaks out in Disciples Liberation, it is in its own map with its own map modifiers and everything else like this. So it's much more strategic, um, because your layout like is independent of the world, and it leaves a lot more strategy to you as opposed to, oh, I have to work around the natural environment, like the different elevations and like gaps and stuff. It's more straight up, oh, your army versus their army. What are your tactics compared to theirs? What kinds of abilities do you have at your disposal? Yada yada. Which I like more because sometimes like combat in Divinity and Pillars of Eternity gets a little jank. Divinity more so because aiming spells and stuff in that game is kind of special at times. But no problems in this game. So there you go. Overall, really like it.
Good. Okay. I hope you enjoy the rest of it, Kevin. And when you're done with it, give us your full and full review of it, and
Oh, it's
see
gonna
how
be
it
a
goes.
hot while.
Alrighty. Anything else anybody want to talk about before we jump into rumors here? Then.
I had something. Nope, I guess not. Okay.
Okay. Rumors it is then. Let's get into rumors here. Hang on a second. Enjoying that apple, Desonoto? You having that fun with that apple?
Oh no, I do have something.
Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead, Kevin, please.
I don't know when. I want to say like mid-November-ish or like mid to late November. Review of Song of Horror.
Oh, is that when you're gonna end up playing that? Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna keep playing
It
Disciples now,
shouldn't
I'm
take
assuming,
me.
until then.
I'm gonna be playing Disciples for a hot minute, but like eventually I'm gonna want to break from it, and then that's I'll play Song of Horror. Shouldn't take long to get through that game.
So I don't know if you had decided you wanted to do a. Did you decide on Corpse Party? Were you getting Corpse Party at all?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Song of Horror first, though.
Do we want to do a dual playthrough of Corpse Party?
Ooh, we could.
We could do that. Me and you give our impressions of the Corpse Party.
Yeah,
See how that
alright.
goes.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, all right. Appreciate that. So look for mid-November for Kevin's review of Song of Horror. All right, so I am looking at a couple things written here on the whispers of the internet. That I don't know
I
how
have a
that
question.
sentence. Yeah, go ahead.
Did you eat the apples I got you?
Yes, I did.
You didn't juice them, did you?
I did not juice them. No, I juiced all the other ones, but I did not juice that one.
Good.
Good.
All right. Well, that was okay.
So, a couple of rumors here. First one I'm going to go with actually is a Battlefield rumor. So this rumor's coming out. I think this was a couple.
It's getting delayed again. Please
Yeah.
tell me it's getting delayed again.
5 days ago. So this is this is about next. So when this came out, this was 5 days ago. They said announcement should be coming mid to late next week. So we may still see this rumor coming by early next week or end of this week. So Friday or
Tomorrow?
Saturday, maybe something like that. Yeah. Yeah, considering today's Thursday. After underwhelming beta performance bugs and overall state of the game, EA is deciding to delay Battlefield 2042 until 2022.
Interesting.
Not any date given, just 2022.
Very interesting,
Game
if true.
game is not ready to launch in 1 month. And they're trying to work to get a new date for Battlefield 2042, which that may fall in line with some of the things I've read with some of I think it was on NeoGaf, some things that were posted up there about Battlefield, um, including there was a trailer that I just saw here. Battlefield 2042 Final 5 Specialist trailer leaked on Twitter. There was something about the specialists that people were talking about that they want to take that back to the drawing board. There was feedback given at the end of the beta that they had asked whether people wanted a specialist or they wanted their classes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where that's stemming from. A
I
lot of
saw
it's
about
coming
that.
from that. So, I mean, good. If it does get delayed, that's great. I think it needs to get delayed. Honestly speaking, it's not ready to come out yet, and if it does come out, it's gonna be too broken. Just it's not gonna be good, and EA is gonna, not really EA, but the Battlefield players are gonna suffer for that. I mean, the last Battlefield we got was Battlefield 5 in 2019, correct? Because 2020 nothing, and 2021.
I mean, it's 2021 now.
That sounds right. I don't
Yeah,
remember when Battlefield 5. It's either 2018 or 2019.
I think it was either maybe 2019. I don't know. Um, but for everything that I've played in that, the Battlefield players don't deserve to go through
Actually,
that.
no.
That's
It
just,
was 2018.
oh my god, so it's been even longer. Okay.
I think, because wasn't it 2019 when EA announced Pacific?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right
Or
with that one.
the Pacific Theater. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Pacific Theater that came into Battlefield 5. Yes. Okay. What are you guys' thoughts on this getting delayed?
It needs to. This
I would agree.
absolutely must happen. Battlefield
Mm-hmm.
2042 is like in almost every way, it is worse than Battlefield 5. Um, and here's the biggest thing for me too. Yeah, it's impressive, I guess. Not really impressive at this point in time, but like you've upgraded your player count from 64 to 128 or whatever it's supposed to be. It was 128 in the beta. Great, but it actually feels like there's less players because your map is so gigantic. Um, it felt much more intense in Battlefield 5, and it felt like engagements mattered a lot more. Um, but, I mean, beta is beta, I suppose, as well, and who knows how many of those players are bots. Um, but yeah, no, this needs to be delayed. It's very broken. It's also, there were a lot of design choices that blindsided everybody because EA did not talk about this game at all and didn't really release information at all. It was just rumors that kept coming out. Um, and everything is just a step back. There's far less player animations in the game. You don't get like blasted back by explosions and whatnot. Um, there's no on-screen scoring system when you shoot things that like racks up like long distance kill or like kill counts as assist, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you don't really know how much like damage you're doing to things, especially vehicles. It was a big thing with vehicles because you would have a rough idea of how much damage you've done to the thing. Um, there's very little destructible environments, but there's also very little things to actually destroy because there's no freaking buildings. The buildings in Battlefield 5, even though every building in Battlefield 5 for the most part was identical when you walked into it, they felt like they meant more, and they had like a lot more purpose to them, even though they could be completely leveled. Um, well, I say completely leveled. The like spine, the like middle section of the building would permanently remain, but like that's it.
I would say it's completely leveled compared to the damage that we see now in this game. It's
Oh sure.
definitely completely leveled.
But yeah, there's too many things, and then going to specialists is just a joke because now you can't unlock gear and weapons and whatnot for a specific class. You can't target the things you want, which makes you have to play even longer to hopefully get the weapons that you want to use for your class. And the whole time you're doing this, you're not getting anything better. And we all know, because every Battlefield game is this way, that there is one gun in like each class that just outclasses everything else. So now you have to grind your way to get to those weapons individually in order to actually like have the best weapons in every quote class, more like every weapon class in this game.
Yeah, they have to make some big quality of life changes to this game. They're gonna have to go kind of dig deep into what this fundamentals of this game look like and kind of change some of that up. I would say, and I think this is a fair say to, or a fair assumption to make, is instead of releasing it this year, delay it and have it go next holiday. I don't even think it's ready for summer release or Q1 release.
I hope it
I
goes
would say just,
February.
huh?
I hope it goes February.
Yeah,
I
well,
would just,
February, everything else.
God, February's
No,
February's gonna make people poor.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about we don't even know how late this should be pushed back till because the only thing we've heard from EA really about this, well, during the beta, when all these issues were first being reported was, oh well, yeah, this is an older build. Like we
Yeah.
fixed a lot of these problems already.
Yep.
But like, if you fixed all these problems, like you just said, why are you delaying the game further? Are you making
Correct.
developmental changes? Like, what are you doing? And I don't know.
Right.
Did they actually say what they're actually doing?
Nope.
No, nobody's come out from EA
No.
to talk about that. Nobody
So,
from
like,
Blizzard,
what?
Blizzard Dice.
I don't understand why they're being so quiet about developing this game. It's one of the biggest franchises in the world, especially in like the first-person shooter category, and like they're just remaining completely silent, and it's actually really annoying at this point. It's just pissing me off. And there's no reason for me to want to buy this. Sorry, I'm keep cutting you off, Justinoto. What's up?
No, I said they're cosplaying PlayStation.
I wouldn't say they're not, but with the way they're dealing with certain things, yeah. I mean, they're dealing with PlayStation in that way, but PlayStation can deal that way because they, I don't think they've gotten the reputation that EA has gotten right now with how they're behaving with the delays and just the way that they're handling Battlefield in general. But I would say delay this till next year. Have it fight Call of Duty next year, and definitely don't release it next to Halo this year. It's gonna get decimated by Halo, I think.
I say release it this year.
Okay, all right, appreciate it. Okay, all right. Now that we got that out of the way,
Alright, I won't expand upon that.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, alright, I won't expand upon that.
You don't have to. It's okay. Next one I got here, Assassin's Creed Valhalla's next major expansion could be Dawn of Ragnarok. Assassin's Creed data miner Jonathan has unearthed potential details about an upcoming Valhalla expansion via data mined code, including its name and achievement/trophy list. It is going to be called Dawn of Ragnarok. It includes a range of new powers and weapons. We're looking at probably invisibility, power to fly, teleportation arrows, chainmail, piercing spear, ice powers, and the ability to revive enemies.
How the hell can you fly?
I don't know. We're turning Assassin's Creed into one of the best gaming franchises in the world. Yeah, this is apparently planned for early 2022. They also have that discovery mode coming out.
It's already
earlier.
out.
It's already out. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any thoughts on this? Mainly towards Adam. I know you love Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't love Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Not even in a sarcastic way.
No, I know you like it. It's okay.
No, I don't. I don't love it. I like it. I don't love it.
I know you have positive feeling towards that game.
You know, the more you hate it, the more I like it. I just want you to know that. One day when I'm working for Ubisoft, just to spite you, I'll be like, man, can you remember that time where you inspired me so much to just work here because of your hate? Because I feed off of it. Give me more. No,
Work for them.
the superpower stuff is already some superpowers in this. There were more in Odyssey. I like the ones in Odyssey, so I could take some more. I'm interested to see what flight would be. I assume it'd be like stupid and pointless. Um, yeah, cool. DLC is cool. I like DLC.
DLC is cool.
I like when people expand upon games. It's nice. Especially if you
Pretty
have a season
good.
pass. That's cool.
It is
Waiting for
cool.
waiting for that season pass to drop. I did not do the tour because I don't care about the history of England. Because they lost the war and we won it. So I didn't really need to learn.
America.
They did one for the Greece one too, in Odyssey, and I was like, yeah, I don't care about this. Seems cool. It's cool that they keep doing it. Like, it's nice that they keep attaching on to history. Like they're a history
Nice.
teacher, and they're like, all right, now go kill somebody while you can fly. It's like, all right, good balance.
Good. Absolutely good balance.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
you know, it's good on Ubisoft for supporting their game.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this one? Cool. Okay. Next one I got here. Tom Henderson talking about big news from Xbox coming this week, possibly Halo Infinite campaign gameplay. A lot of people have been very curious as to where Halo Infinite's campaign has been, obviously because the game comes out in about a month and a half at this point in time, and we have not seen one bit of campaign gameplay other than the initial trailer at E3 2020.
Yeah, 2020. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So Tom Henderson tweets hearing that there are some big announcements coming from Xbox this week, but also heard from a separate person that there's a campaign showcase for Halo Infinite, and it's coming soon. So I would think that they need to show campaign footage before people start thinking there's not going to be a campaign and that Halo Infinite's actually delayed till next year and only the multiplayer is releasing. But at that point, I think the multiplayer is what more people are more looking forward to with
Yeah,
Halo anyway.
I would
So,
agree. At this point, I
so
don't think
if
people
you were,
care about the campaign too much.
yeah, I think if you delay the campaign, some people would be pissed off. But I think most people would just be like, sure, as long as you give me multiplayer, I really don't care.
I agree with that. I don't think they'll delay it. I think it
Well,
should be on track for December, whatever. We'll see.
let's see if that trailer comes out this week.
We'll see.
Any other thoughts? Cool. Alright, I got another one here. GTA Trilogy details. GTA 5 style controls, high-res textures, improved lighting, and draw distance. So this is true for Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. It's going to be across-the-board enhancements, including brilliant new lighting, environmental upgrades, high-res texture resolution, increased draw distances, Grand Theft Auto 5 style control and targeting, and much more. Bring these beloved worlds to life with all new levels of detail. By purchasing it through Rockstar Games by January 5th, you get a $10 discount on your next purchase through Rockstar. This is a rumor. What the heck? Okay.
Doesn't it come out this year?
Um,
I thought it was rumored for holiday of this year. Did they
it
announce
does say
holiday? I'm pretty sure
it
they
did
said
say
holiday.
did say 2021. Yes.
I really want to see a trailer for this. I'm sick of hearing about it. Just show. I'm glad that they announced it, but literally let me see what any of it looks like, and then tell me the price and when I can get it. Because if it looks like trash, I'm not gonna get it. Like if it doesn't look like much has been updated, I'm not for this. But like just show. At this point, I just want to see it. I don't need to hear anything else like textures are HD. So what? Show them to me. Textures can be HD and still blurry as hell in an old game.
Okay. Any other thoughts on GTA? Adam just wants to see it. Just
I
put it
just
out.
want to see.
They should
Just
make a
put it
new
out.
one.
They're
Yeah,
making a
also
new
make
one.
a new one. Yeah, also make a new one.
They're definitely making a new one.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, absolutely.
Should have already made a new one.
100%. Yeah.
GTA Online was too successful.
Yeah, no. We also gotta have GTA 5 for PlayStation 6 as well. They're gonna make it for PlayStation 6 for all.
Yeah, this is the new one that I was talking about. No, they're making a GTA 6 guaranteed.
That'll be on PlayStation 8.
No, it'll probably be on PS5.
I don't know about that. I think PS8 sounds more reliable. Okay, I got another one here. Nintendo's developing another Switch revision, or the next console with physical and digital editions. Nick of Xbox Era said on the podcast that Nintendo are considering either making another revision of the Switch that is digital only, or the next Switch successor will be digital only. They're making a Switch successor that is similar to PS5 and Xbox Series that were making both a physical and a digital edition of the same console.
I mean, they've already made a physical one.
They're gonna make a digital one, but how would that work when currently the physical one only has 32 gigs of storage on board?
I mean, honestly, Nintendo
The
games
OLED
are
has
small.
64.
Yeah, Nintendo games are also small, and also a lot of the bigger games coming to it now are just streaming. So I don't think it would be that big of a jump. Like, how big's Metroid Dread? 3 gigabytes?
Like 4 gigs.
Honestly, I don't. Hold on, wait 1 second. Hold on. I was trying to figure out how much it was taking on my SD card, but data management.
Probably just 4 gigs, honestly. But
Let's
you think
see.
removing a game cartridge slot will save them money?
164 megabytes.
That's your save. I googled it. It's 4.1 gigs.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
4.1 gigs, yeah.
Yeah, that's come on, like that's most Nintendo games are tiny. Like, I'm gonna look up Animal Crossing because I'm curious now. But keep going.
That probably would be the biggest game, that or Smash.
Dude, I downloaded a Smash, an update for Smash, and that was 3 gigs by itself.
Yeah, Smash is probably big.
Smash has got to be big. Animal Crossing's probably got to be big too.
As of March 2020, it was 6.2 gigabytes.
That's pretty big.
I don't know what Animal Crossing is now.
Animal Crossing might be smaller than you think though, because it really just has like blah textures, and it's just to load them in based on what everybody's islands look like.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. But also, they've updated and added just a lot of stuff in the game.
Oh, have they? I have no idea. Yeah.
Even with the newest update that's coming out, they've added like a whole new game mode and stuff. Like they've added like a whole different systems. So I'm assuming the update they're adding is probably like a couple gigs. But yeah, when it launched, or when March 2020 was 6.2 gigs. I would assume, like, even with the update, it's probably going to be under 10. I can't imagine it's huge.
I probably agree with that. Okay. I don't know.
Game size is wild nowadays.
Well,
with how
considering
you can,
the PlayStation 5 minimizes game sizes too, I don't understand.
Well,
On some of them, not all of them.
Developed.
Yeah,
depends how it's developed too.
Because
like, there's just so many shortcuts you can take to make games so small.
As of April of 2021, Smash Bros. Ultimate 16 gigs.
Definitely the biggest one, yeah.
One of the bigger ones. Shocking.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of stages, a lot of character models, all different character moves, things like that.
Disciples Liberation, 8.6 gigs. Diablo 2 Resurrected, 27.
Disciples Liberation is like the same size as Dreams.
Yep. And Diablo 2 Resurrected is over 3 times the size of it.
Metroid Dread is 4 times the size of Twitch.
And then, like, okay, so the Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes is bigger than either of them. It's 29 gigs. Like, it's just wild how, depending on how you actually develop the game, how small you can make games if you streamline it.
Yeah.
You got that digitally?
House of Ashes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm picking my
ready
I got
to
every
play.
one of those.
was ready to play as of 45 minutes ago.
Nice. I'm gonna pick up my I'm picking up my physical copy tomorrow, so
Nice.
let me know what you think.
I don't know when I'll get to it, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we haven't set a day yet. I can't do it tomorrow though. I might not even be on tomorrow.
No, we're not gonna. Yeah, when we have to set a day to do it. We have to set one day. Okay, all right. Any other thoughts about this Nintendo Switch? I think removing a game cartridge slot out of a Switch wouldn't decrease the price that much. I would think $30 less, cost wise.
I
don't
mean,
think it
I
costs
could
that
see
much.
them doing it for like a Switch Lite. Like, hey, the Switch Lite now all digital.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the one I could see them doing it with. Hey, we removed the cartridge slot. We added a little bit more memory. Same price. Still $100 off. Whatever the Switch Lite costs.
So $100 off the OLED model.
I don't know what the Switch
It's
Lite
$199
costs.
for the
Right.
Lite.
What
Yeah.
if they raise it $50 and say it's $100 off the Switch OLED model?
I mean, because they can do whatever they want. I don't really
Yeah,
care, if I'm honest.
And people will continue to buy it.
This is like a PSP Ghost situation. Like, why would you release a digital model now?
I mean, but it'll sell. It'll sell.
If the other ones aren't available, yeah, I guess. I mean,
It'll sell quite a bit. Okay. Let's see if I got anything else here. Yeah, I got VGC reporting a new Splinter Cell game is in development, early in production, with an announcement probably coming next year. Video Game Chronicles is who I'm reading on now.
Yep, VGC, yeah.
According to sources, title has been put in production, and its recent efforts to revive the franchise in both mobile and VR spaces, those weren't working, so they're looking to bring it back as the original series that it had. Ubisoft declined to comment. Yeah, just looks like there's going to be some sort of Splinter Cell coming back. I know we had originally rumored Splinter Cell for this year's E3 coming in.
There was not like a good rumor for it though.
We just thought that it would show up at Ubisoft's side.
I mean, it was more of like the whole internet was hoping it would show up.
Yeah.
Because I think the internet just feels like it's overdue for like a good stealth game.
Now here's something I want to sidetrack on for a second. So Splinter Cell, people want it to come back, right? But the reception for Infamous, right? When people was watching the PlayStation showcase, everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's Infamous!" Like, there are a good chunk of rumors going around for Infamous, more than they have been in the past couple of years. But there's not a lot of rumors going around for Splinter Cell. Not any good rumors, I guess, to be exact. But there's the same amount of energy coming for like Infamous to come back into play. Why? What would be the difference in that? I guess maybe because Splinter Cell is a more well-known name.
I literally have no idea what comparison you're making because these are two completely different games.
So what I'm trying to say is this: that you're saying that there were no good rumors for Splinter Cell coming back.
There are no when I mean good, I mean like reliable rumors. There was literally nothing because Ubisoft literally kept coming out and saying we're not making a Splinter Cell game.
Mm-hmm.
And every rumor that came out about it was like, hey, they're thinking about talking about making it. The infamous rumors that have come out have literally been like, they're making it and it's coming out.
But so like, declined to comment on anything like that as well.
Yeah, some didn't comment on rumors, speculations, or whatever. But like, I mean, if that's the question you're asking, like, why were some rumors reliable and some were like why do we trust more than others? Because the Splinter Cell ones have been like, it might be in development. And the infamous ones are, it's in development, it's being announced tomorrow. Like, that's the big difference. I don't think that was a weird comparison. It was a weird comparison. I don't know, what are you smoking? Why you gotta bring up Infamous, huh? Why you gotta do it? What happened?
Oh.
What?
Network connection failure.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that rumor? Anybody else have any thoughts? No? Everybody get
No.
off? All right, well, we'll hold for a moment. Let me go to rumor. I'll go to the rumors Reddit that he goes to. Full time. He said internet died.
Mm.
Rumors, rumor has info. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about?
No.
Kevin, you got anything?
Nope.
He said his internet is literally dead.
Literally dead.
Yeah. Alright, I say we just end it here. I think the internet just thought that his comparison of Splinter Cell and Infamous was also bad. I don't know if anybody else had any thoughts on that, but like, where the hell he was going with that, but.
I mean, I understood where he was going with it.
Did you? Can you explain it?
He was just questioning why Infamous has like much more solid rumors than Splinter Cell. And it's mostly because Ubisoft keeps telling everybody they're not making the game.
Okay, so I answered what he questioned, really. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. That's a weird question to ask, I think.
How was it weird?
Because it's basically asking,
They're both highly sought after, both series
I was explaining
have
it.
just fallen off the face of the earth, and people are waiting for the next entries.
I think because, like, I think it's weird because it's obvious, because literally he does the rumors and he reads rumors, so I thought it was just like, I don't know, one rumor weighs more than the other usually, so that's why I thought it was weird. Well, if Destinoto just said something right now, and then we read a rumor from Jeff Grubb, I'd probably agree with the Jeff Grubb more than the Destinoto one.
Wow.
Nah.
Just because Jeff Grubb is proven as a trusted source and Destinoto has no game connections, no offense. But, alright, yeah, we already announced that we're doing this on Tuesday starting next week. I already talked about how I'll be late for the next few weeks. Kevin, I'm assuming you're going to be on time. If not, just let me know.
I should be on time every time.
Yeah, okay. And I'll be the late one. In regards to how the world's going to set up, I might make a realm. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if everybody has a Microsoft account or wants to deal with that. I might just start up my Minecraft and just invite people and just have my PlayStation sit all day. That's fine. I'll survive. But yeah.
Wait, will it still work if it goes into sleep?
Oh no, I don't have that on. I turn that off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking of just doing a realm. That's something you could pay like $5 or whatever a month to have literally the world constantly up and anybody can join it literally any time. But you have to have your Microsoft account set up for that, which we kind of did. I think, Kevin, yours is set up. Destinato, I don't know if you even have one.
Mine is set up, yeah.
Yeah, so we might do that. We might do that.
Mine set up too.
Yeah, we might just do that. Well, I'll test that sometime this weekend. So if everybody hops on at some point, we should be able to get that going. So, but yeah, that's the end of the episode. Genesis, can't wait to see you next week. We might have reviews of House of Ashes, honestly, 50-50, depending on how Genesis
I
and
won't
I.
have it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Depending on, it really depends
you
on.
guys? Okay.
Yeah, it depends on our schedule because we usually play it in one night because we have that perfect run. It's just figuring out a day to do it. Last time one of the games came out, it took us like a month to figure out a day, just because he has like a whole family life, and for some reason I'm busy on days now too. It's weird, so strange. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday, which is really only 4 days from now. So everybody get a topic. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Motherfucker.